Hello, this is Josh Belk with the Belk on Business podcast. Hope you are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to talk a little bit about looking toward the future. I think probably for most of us who started a business and maybe we've been in business for a few years, we kind of look back and we sometimes wonder, how did we get here? I know for myself and inside of my primary business, I think of a time when I kind of had an idea of kind of what I wanted to do. I kind of thought maybe it would just be me and, maybe I'd have, one or two people, and kind of felt that, well, maybe I'm the type of person that could possibly have a business that's this particular size. And then you began getting into business and you realize that there is a potential and a possibility for more. But we also know that many businesses don't succeed. Actually, most businesses don't succeed in the first 5 years. Actually, only a small fraction of them actually do get past the first 5 years of business and continue to succeed. And very few of even those actually will make it past a decade or two. So if you've gotten to the point to where your business is past those first 5 years, congratulations. You're in a small percentage of businesses and business owners that actually do survive that long. But I think for most of us that get into business, we really kind of get to the point to where we do look toward the future. And I'm going to talk a little bit about looking into the future. Remember a couple of years ago, actually about 3 years ago now, I sat down with when I kind of made my first full-time hire. I guess probably about 4.5, 5 years ago now. And I remember having the conversation, and the right-hand person in my business, his name is Jonathan. And I remember having a conversation with Jonathan, and we were just having a casual conversation one day. And I said to him, I think that I possibly could be the type of person that could lead a business maybe of 3, 4, maybe 5 employees. And I did not ever think that my business would ever get past that, because I didn't think I was the type of leader that could possibly lead that size of a business. Well, things kind of caught on. The business has grown, and we're just getting a lot of people contacting the business wanting to work with us. And so kind of I had to get to the point of really sitting down and making a determination of where do I want this thing to go. For some of you that are listening, and some business owners are perfectly content. They'll be happy being a solopreneur for the rest of their life. Maybe they're an owner operator. They're happy with that, and that's the kind of the place they want to be. For others, if you sit down and you say, okay, I want to have a business that grows to a certain level, maybe it's revenue goals or maybe some sort of an impact goal that you have in your business, and you realize it's going to take a certain type of growth to get there. So I think the first step when we look into the future is really making a determination of, do you have a clear vision of where you want to go? Do you have an idea of where you want your business to go? And I think there really does need to be a deeper purpose. I remember starting off the podcast, my very first podcast, talking about our why. I think of Simon Sinek. We need to have really a good understanding of why we're doing what we're doing. And then once we have a real good understanding of why is it that we're doing what we're doing, really kind of looking and say, okay, well, what sort of business or what type of business do I want to have the greatest impact and to be able to truly reach that why of that we are truly in business. And that why may be of a professional end, it may be of a personal end, or it may be part and parcel of both. But do you have truly a clear vision of where you want to go? You need to have an understanding that many of the people who have kind of gotten you where you're at are probably not going to be the same people that are going to get you to where you want to be. And that'll go everywhere from the customers that you engage with, in all probability, unless you're a Walmart or something with that type of an avatar. But many, many times in your business, you will see that the customer base that you have now will not be the same customer base that you will have if you're going to reach your goals. Now, for most of you, probably understand my primary business I have an accounting firm, and we aren't a typical accounting firm that we do audits and reviews and that type of thing. Our firm really does focus more on tax and business consultation, and really kind of working side by side with our clients, trying to help them reach their goals. And so when we kind of sitting down and looking at our business, I kind of understanding the types of clients that I had when I first started, well over 20 years ago now, almost a quarter of a century ago now. When I first started this business, it's kind of a little of a side hustle, though I don't have any of those clients anymore. Okay, so now we have a very clear definition of the client that we'll work with now. And because we know that those are the types of clients that we service best, and we also know those are the types of clients that are going to help us to be able to reach our goals as well. So the same people that you have, the same clients that you have, you may not have those same clients. If your clients grow along with you, great, and hopefully they do. But if it's a situation where you may end up leaving some of those clients behind, so to speak. Same thing with your vendors. You may outgrow them. The people that help maybe supply you the goods or the services that help you provide goods and services for your clients may not be the same group of people. Same thing will be true with your advisors. I kind of sit primarily in the role of an advisor for our clients, and I know there are times that we've kind of grown past our clients, and have been clients that have outgrown us as well. Their business caught fire, and they needed something a little bit more than we could offer to them. And that hasn't happened a whole lot, but I understand sometimes that clients will outgrow us as well. So an understanding, once you have a clear vision of what you truly want your business to look like 3, 5, 7, 10 years down the road, and understanding that it may end up resulting in different people around you to help you get there. So do you have a clear vision of what your business will look like in the future? Second, do you have or can you develop the talent and leadership necessary for you to get there? And this is going to include, and I think primarily yourself. And are you able to develop yourself to be the type of person that can lead a business? Now, when you have a business of 3 to 5 people, most of the time one person can effectively lead a few people. But once you get past that level, you're not going to effectively be able to lead 10, 20, 50 people. You're going to have to really begin to change what you do in the business, change the type of leader that you are, and then bring other people alongside of you to help provide leadership in your business. I think if anything that I had to learn in my business was this, that I was not going to be able to lead more than about 5 people effectively. And I'm not sure too many people can. I knew that I was going to have to bring people inside the business, develop the people I had inside the business to be the leaders if we were going to grow past that number of people. So first of all, developing yourself, understanding your strengths and weaknesses, understanding where you lead well, where you don't lead as effectively, and then develop people inside of your business or bring people inside of your business who can step in and help in the leadership area inside of your business. Number 3, determine the type of client or customer that will help you get there. I talked about this before. So the clients that you had years ago probably aren't going to be the same clients that you're going to have that are going to get you into the future, or that client or that customer, whatever you end up calling the person that you're trying to serve. And so that may look vastly different. So what does that ideal avatar, or what is that ideal client that you have that's going to get you to the next level in business? And then also become the type of business that can service that. So just saying, okay, well, I want to work with this type of client, but you can't possibly service them, then you're not ready yet. You need to kind of develop and grow inside of your business to be able to be the type of business that will include, it could be everything from supply chain all the way to the leadership lids getting lifted to be able to serve and service your clients and serve them effectively. Next, number 4, what specific operating system needs to be implemented? And there are a number of different ones out there, and I have clients that have different types of operating systems. But you need to one thing you will learn is that there has to be some sort of a structure in your business. There has to be an operating system inside of your business, one that works for the type of business that you have and the size of business that you have. And so you will find yourself outgrowing certain systems in your businesses. And this can be from an operational end. This can be from a financial end. Okay, there are some basic financial processes and systems out there in a business that may serve you if you're a small business. But as your business begins to grow, you need something more complex. And so as your business grows, understanding that the systems inside of your business are also going to have to either grow or change along with the growth of your business. Next, what processes and technologies are needed to help you get to where you want to go? This is one area in my business I've invested a lot of money in over the last year, and that's in process and technology. And it is not easy to do, and to be honest with you, it's gonna create some additional pain points in your business, especially on the front end. But they are essential if you're going to get to where you want to go. Kind of I'll just give you an example of a pain point that we had here. Is just yesterday I received an email from a client that we've had for a number of years, a little bit frustrated because of some of the reminders that were going out, and it was simply in our process to kind of go back to the customer until they were able to provide us what we needed, and it was. And as you know, right now it's difficult to find people, and as you kind of go through and try to keep costs down, and also to try to be able to serve the customer well, you may implement technology pieces to be able to help communicate with the customer, to help to get information from the customer, whatever the case may be. And this was a situation here where it didn't go well, and it was something that we learned. Okay, this is something we need to tweak a little bit in our process. So we spent the money on the processes to build those out. We spent money on the technology, but also understanding this is going to be a maintenance piece as well. And so, but if your business is going to grow, you're going to have a change in your, just not in your systems and your processes, in your people, but also when you start looking at your technology as well. You're going to probably have to bring more technology into your business to be able to help the people inside of your business, and also help with the communication, and to be able to serve your clients well. Next, what marketing and sales plan is needed? And so if you're in the type of business that where you have to kind of get your message out there, that particular plan, that the marketing plan that you had at one point, the sales script that you may use, all of those may change and will change in time as you begin to grow your business. You begin to try to reach a different type of a customer, a different type of a clientele base, understanding that's probably going to require a change in your sales and your marketing plans. And then lastly, number 7, what elements of your culture are essential to get you there? And I think one thing that I know that I've learned in my business, working with other type of business, you really have to kind of have that always be learning culture inside of your business. That there needs to be a very specific time to where you're learning together as a team, as you're doing training. You as the owner many times are going to kind of have to step back into the business in this particular area, try to help the people inside of your business to understand this is kind of the thought process on how we do this inside of our businesses, my thought process on how we communicate and communicate well with our clients, whatever it may be, to bring people inside to train on the technology, to train on processes. And this isn't something that's a one and done or even just a weekly meeting type of a thing. This is going to be one of those things that literally is going to be an everyday effort. And you may find yourself, as we did in our business, where you have a person that's all they do. They work on processes, they work on training, they work on just making sure that everything is working smoothly inside the business. And so that becomes part of your culture. So having that training and learning element of inside of your culture. That of confidence. You're going to have a culture of people who are confident. They're not going to be able to be micromanaged. If you have a business of people that need to be micromanaged and business leaders inside the business that are micromanagers, your business is not going to grow effectively. You're going to end up with a culture that you're not going to be happy with. Okay, so having a culture of confident people, and also a culture of accountability. I think this is extremely important as well. Kind of looking at 3 areas of culture inside of your business that I think that are 3 key for any business that is going to grow effectively. Kind of that culture of training and learning, the culture of confidence, and then also a culture of accountability. So just a few different kind of areas you may want to look inside of your business as you kind of go through the process. If you are the type of business owner that wants to grow your business, as you begin to looking to the future, understanding what is that future going to look like. It's probably going to look different than what you think it's going to look like, but at least a vision of the direction that you're wanting to go, and then what you need to do during the growth phases of the business to be able to get you to where you need to be. Once again, my name is Josh Belk with the Belk on Business podcast. I appreciate you spending a few minutes to listen in today. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the podcast. Have a wonderful day.